And looks like we are live. So everyone out there who will come in eventually into the chat, hope everyone's doing okay. Shut up. Talking to the... I have the chat here on my computer as well. Forgot to pause the video so you don't hear this echo. There you go. It is what it is. Hello there, Hobwin, Civil Wings, James, Bra, Kevin. Hello, everyone. It's been one of those things. It'll take a bit to settle through all this. Uh, my mom's still fairly under the weather because of what happened, which makes sense. It's probably going to be for probably the next week or so, but it's bound to happen. So just been doing more work around here than usual, but still getting the requests up about 3 or so at a time. So just bear with me on that. But on the flip side, it takes my mind off stuff, so that's a positive. But hey there, Marcus. Lucas, hello there. Todira. Hello, Chaz. Hello there, Alter Ego. Josh, hello there. Just saying hi to people in the chat. Yeah, Bra, Civil Wings, Todira, Josh, Chaz, Paulie, Lucas. Yeah, Lucas, that was the first one. Just didn't feel, I said in the video as to why, so I don't need to repeat it. And for those who wonder, just watch that video. Why I quit Ocarina of Time. Just not for me. Well, again, for those who don't know, I guess half a week ago now. Well, maybe. Yeah, I would say half a week ago. Someone I know was attacked by killer bees. Had a lot of stings on them. Um, they were getting a bit better. Now they're sick again. So I think it's just going to take time. Probably, I would say at least a week. Because, with that much, it's just going to take time. So just been doing a bit more work and stuff going on and worrying about that, taking care of that. So with that stuff, pretty much when I'm just don't take time. That's all. But anyway, sorry I'm just floundering. I'm just kind of reading the chats. Mostly people saying hi, hello, hi, and all that stuff. Or questions like favorite SNL cast member. I didn't watch Saturday Night Live, so I don't have a favorite SNL cast member. Hey there, Dins. Yes, Bronson. I've been a bit busy. I'll try to upload that tomorrow. I sent you an email, Bronson, that I got it, man. Been a bit busy in the past, half a week with what happened to my mom. So yeah, killer bees and all that, and her being very sick and trying to get better. So yeah, just been a bit busy. I've been pumping up reviews though, still. So each day, 3 or so up a day. So doing what I can. Lucas Green, I said in my video, there's not really much to be confused by. I said it in my video on why I quit it. I mean, you want me to just repeat the video? Oh, thank you guys. You guys being kind. Thanks, man. Yep, Josh, that's what I'm doing. Hey, IDK. Thank you to people in the chat. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you, man. Yes, I do know what public domain is, Randy. I mentioned that in the review. Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for that. You still look the same as your Friday stream? So? So what? Hey, program this. Sean, usually on movies, I watch on my computer, physical on the Blu-ray. That's to the TV here. Hey there, Quentin. Again, thank you to people in the chat. I appreciate your kind words. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, it's super hot. It's been like that for a while in Texas. Yeah, I did hear about Martin Mull. That's too bad. Liked him in films like Clue. Thank you, Bronte. I appreciate it, man. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to snap at you or anything. But yeah, that request I'm gonna have up, I would say sometime tomorrow. Nah, I don't travel often. Bear Hills Cop 4, nah, unless it's a request. Don't really care. Bat in the Sun, don't know who that is. Never heard of them. Haven't seen The Whale. Haven't seen Oppenheimer. No, I don't travel a whole lot. Yep, Martin Mull, he was in Jingle All the Way as well. That's true. That's too bad. May you rest in peace. Favorite Marvel film? It depends. You mean an official Marvel film or one just based on any Marvel character? Uh, yeah, I do play video games. I've done requests, paid requests for people uh, for video game requests. But I mean, I love the Silent Hill games I played so far. Played Resident Evil games, Evil Dead, Fistful of Boomstick, Metal Gear Solid. Mike, I've been better. I've been a lot better. I mean, people in the chat already know, but uh, just taking care of my mom as best as I can because of the killer bees and stuff. So she's done quite a bit, and she's got she's ill. So probably gonna take still a while because that stuff takes a while. So it'll be like probably another week or so. So when I'm not doing requests, I'm out doing that stuff. So um, it's it's been better. We just take it day by day, just how it is. So I just decided to do a stream just to sit back and relax for 2 hours or so. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. No, I've never been to a Comic Con. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words, the people out there. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, Todiera. Thank you, man. Uh, if TMT1 got on public domain, would you think it'd have a chance to get R-rated if a company like that one? Uh, well, it'd be a really bad movie like Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So if it was a bad movie, then it wouldn't matter. I mean, it being rated R is cool, but it has to be a good movie too. Good action, decent story, good character work. I want a good movie, or at least a good fun action movie. So it being rated R, cool, but it has to be worth the crap too. But thank you, man. Paulie, I don't care if you like Freddy Got Fingered. What do you want me to do about it? Cool for you. Like you say like 3 times, I like this movie. I'm like, cool. What do you want me to do about it? Uh, congrats. Yeah, IDK. That's on my Facebook. Yeah, that's on my Facebook. The name. Well, I mean, what constitutes as a B movie? I mean, you could say Batman '89 is a B movie, but just with an A budget. I mean, what constitutes as a B movie? Hey, Joe. Oh, no problem, Paulie. No, I'm just like you said like 3 times that you liked the film. I'm like, cool. I'm not sure what you want me to do about it. Yeah, I know Kino Lorber's doing a Graveyard Shift 4K. I don't know if I need that. I love the movie, but I'm fine with my Blu-ray. Maniac from 1980. I have seen that. Yep. Favorite Jonathan Silverman movie? I guess Weekend at Bernie's. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate it. Now You See Me 3. I don't care. Bears Cop 4. No, I haven't heard anything about it. Really, with the stuff going on the past week with my mom, with the killer bees and stuff, and her being ill and taking care of her, with that stuff going on, really all I've been doing in my spare time is just requests. So like I know Efree, he Enter the Clones of Bruce and Challenger the Tiger. I'm uploading those two tomorrow for him. Bronson, your reactions tomorrow. I have a few commentaries to upload. One of Rocky Five. So there's a bunch of stuff coming in the pipeline. So just been busy doing with that. Really just request, request, request. And then busy with life itself with all other stuff going on. So eh, news, trailers, all that stuff, I don't know anything about. The past week has been a blur. I'll put it that way. When it comes again to trailers, when it comes to topics, when it comes to movie news, the last week has been a blur. So if anyone's asking, have you heard this? Have you seen this trailer? Probably not. Because again, the last week has been a blur. Well, I mean, she's sick, but I mean, it's going to take probably another week at least to feel a bit better. Because that venom just got to get out of your system. It's going to take time. No, I didn't see the Acolyte. Never played the Hitman games, no. No, Jesse, I mean, it's fine to just, relax for 2 hours and talk to you guys. So, uh, no reason to thank me. Man in PI, yeah, I know the show. Tom Selleck, the original, and then they did a reboot the last couple years. Oh, thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the kind words. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, just a lot more stuff I need to do around here, taking care of stuff. So, if I would do a stream earlier today. Never seen Mr. Frost. I've heard of it though. Remade of John Woo's The Killer. Don't know nothing about it. Like I said before, I don't know anything about any of the movie news. I know nothing about it. I barely remember seeing Elmo's Fire. I probably didn't see it all the way through. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. I don't think I saw that. Uh, Africanized killer bees to my mom. Again, she's here. She's laying down, drinking water. Help her out whenever I can, and it's going to take time. Just probably like another week or so. It's just just going to take time to get that stuff out of your system, man. Just how it goes. Oh, thank you, Eric. Going, I appreciate it. If you could remake any movie, what would it be? Uh, hmm. Remake any movie. I probably want to remake like Alien 3 and make the original William Gibson script. Like remake bad sequels, remake John Wick 4, and have a better edited, better ending, better antagonist. So remake John Wick 4, remake Alien 3, that type of stuff. Um, as for like other movies, I don't know, remakes. I can't think of any because with the way they're done nowadays, they could be just as bad or worse. So I can't really have any hope for anything. Well, thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, man. Apparently, we're getting another Hellboy reboot called Hellboy the Crooked Man, which is supposed to be more of a horror film than an action fantasy comedy. That's probably the only trailer I saw just because I checked on Facebook to check messages real quick and it popped up in the feed. So I watched it, and that's probably the only thing I saw because I was on my phone. And I just looked like a sci fi channel film, to be honest. It looked cheap, direct to video. Didn't look like my cup of tea. Like I said, it looks like a direct to video film, to be honest. Uh, it looked like the budget was straight to streaming. because it is going to go straight to streaming. Holly Dow's going to go in the theater. The effects, there's some wonky CG in there. Witches, kind of tired of witches. I'm like, of all the villains, didn't we already have a witch in the last Hellboy reboot with David Harbour? So now we have another witch. So like, I'm sure it's based on a comic. Never read the comic, so I don't know, man. I don't know. Just nothing about it intrigued me when I saw that trailer. I went, "What? What is there to be intrigued by with this?" I mean, the last Hellboy was R-rated, but again, like, so okay, we've already had an R-rated Hellboy film. Horror, I mean, it looks like a typical generic to be original with someone cosplaying as Hellboy. So I don't know. It definitely looked like a lower budget affair. The villains, again, the special effects don't seem that special. I don't know. Maybe it's just a bad trailer. Maybe it's just bad marketing. I never even knew that that film was a thing. So I do think it's telling that this film was made under like top secret. I mean, you're making a Hellboy in top secret. That's a bit weird. Kind of like the Crow reboot, made in top secret. Kind of just, where the hell did this come from? Favorite 1989 film? Personal favorite is Leviathan. Deadpool and Wolverine. I haven't seen the trailer to it. Timothy Dalton. I like Timothy Dalton. He's probably my top three James Bond actors. He'd be my top three. I would probably say Pierce Brosnan, Sean Connery, then Timothy Dalton for favorite Bonds. Don't know about Finding Nemo 2 script. Well, thank you, Joe. I appreciate it, man. I didn't mind the trailer for 1992 with Tyrese and Ray Liotta, a heist film that takes place during the LA riots. Yeah, I was looking at a video on YouTube, and the ad popped up for it when I was on my phone, like in the middle of doing stuff. I'm looking on my phone and just the check on stuff, and I'm looking at it, I'm going, "You rest in peace to Ray Liotta." I mean, obviously, it has to be one of the last films he did, or the last film he did. Tyrese looks like he's giving a good acting performance. I mean, is it going to be very, very political? Probably. Is Tyrese going to get killed at the end? I wouldn't be surprised if it pulled that to try to have some deep meaning about, this guy gets killed, but then his son has to maybe go the bigger, more righteous path. I would not be surprised if that happened. And if so, then it'd be predictable because I'm predicting it now, and it wouldn't be my cup of tea. So I don't know. Well, I mean, we'll see. I don't know when the release date for it was, but um, it didn't look like a bad film. Didn't look like a bad film. But thank you, Joe. I appreciate your kindness, man. Thank you. My favorite TMNT film would be the first one. Akira Kurosawa. Haven't seen as many of his films as I should. Transformers 1. It does look awful. I agree. Looks like a bad comedy. Sony not releasing films on DVD and Blu-ray. I mean, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. But to be honest, there's not really much I want anyway. So their older stuff, another company like Tino Lorber will pick it up, and their newer stuff, don't really care they get their newer stuff. So it really doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? And you're fine, Bronson. Thank you so much, Bronson. You're fine, man. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Bronson. You and everybody have been very kind. So if you still are Bronson, no worries, man. I really, really appreciate it, and thank you for your kind words. Same with everyone else. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And I mean that in a sincere way, not in I better say it to be nice. No, I say it because I meant it. You can't make the sequel to Looper because the characters died. Plans of 4th of July depends if we're still here with that hurricane coming. If I'm still alive, I'll wait to see if I'm alive, then I'll see if I plan anything for 4th of July. I'm kind of in the mood now. I think like tomorrow locusts are just going to come and swarm me and fly me away. Yeah, Jillian, it was. Um, haven't been sleeping the best, but you know what can you do? uh, yeah, the Q the Weed and Serpent. I like that film. I mean, Motionless Zombie. I love to see the uncut version of Cobra, but that will never see the light of day. Or are you talking about stuff that actually exists? Oh, cool, Joe. Tell Efrey I say sincerely thank you, man. Well, Looper, I'm talking about the main two protagonists, Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis. Their characters died. I like Buckaroo Banzai. I've seen it. Trap. I don't care. It's cool to see Josh Hartnett again, but I don't care either way. No, I don't care about reviewing Apocalypto. The last time I reviewed it, people got pissed, and I got tired of hearing of it. IDK, I did a comment. Was it a commentary? I think I did a commentary on Godfather 3. I didn't like it. Zombie Flesh Eaters 2 and 3, I didn't see them. Brewster McCloud, didn't see it. Marcus, I would choose the first Bad Boys. Slender Man, never played the game. Humphrey Bogart, haven't seen a lot of Humphrey Bogart movies. I know of them. Well, I mean, threaten as much as you can online. Cam and I only do paid requests, man. Sorry. Haven't seen a whole lot of James Cagney films. I don't care about Beetlejuice 2. Why would I care? Fly of the Phoenix remake was very forgettable. I don't care about Gladiator 2. I remember DuckTales, not too bad. Well, yeah, Bruce Willis has his affliction. It's too bad. Bruce Portation, the films I've seen, yeah, for the most part, I've liked them. Ninja Strikes Back, the one coming up tomorrow, the have it written down here. Challenge of the Tiger. Yeah, I've enjoyed. I haven't seen the rest on the box set, except Enter the Clones of Bruce, Challenge of the Tiger. I haven't seen the other ones. I just haven't had time, but I've liked mostly what I've seen so far. Hey man, what do you feel about the rise and fall of the MCU films? Which is your favorite and which is the worst? Of the MCU era, my favorite is Captain America: The Winter Soldier. The worst, what would be the worst? Thank you, Davey. I appreciate that. Thank you for the kind words to people in the chat. Thank you, man. I don't know what the worst would be. There's a lot of contenders for the worst. The Eternals was really bad. Captain Marvel was really bad. Uh, Almost anything in the past 5 years could be just considered the worst, to be honest. So I don't know what would be the worst. Yeah, I almost want to see Eternals maybe the worst. I'm probably going to say Eternals. Nah, dear, I didn't see your video. Hey, Danny Dundada. it's been a it's been a week. But yeah, Joe, the rise and fall. I mean, bad management, terrible scripts, assembly line of movies they just release without much care to the world, just selling a product, thinking that it doesn't stink when for a lot of people it did. And you know, it just is what it is. Everything that rises must fall, and the MCU definitely has fallen. Just the Jenga, I mean, the Tower of Jenga can only be built up so high before it topples. That's Marvel. It got up there a bit, but it toppled. Jeff the Killer didn't play the game. Up, decent film. Yep, Marcus, I knew. New Hellboy trailer. I just talked about it. Thought it sucked. Jat's back. I like that James Spader film. Bit underrated. Favorite Pixar film? Wall-E. Thank you, Premier. I appreciate it, man. Hope you're well. I mean, been better. Would Christopher Nolan be in your top 10 favorite directors? No. I don't even hate Christopher Nolan. I liked Inception. I don't mind Memento and parts of Insomnia. But my top 10 favorite directors? No. Top 10 favorite directors would be people like John Carpenter, John Woo, Rennie Harlan, Peter Hyams, John McTiernan, Wes Craven, people like that. So, I mean, I don't know what my top 10 would be specifically. I probably have mentioned that before, but those are at least some of them. How many did I mention? I mentioned John Carpenter, John Woo. I mentioned, in no order, I mentioned John McTiernan. I mentioned Rennie Harlan. I mentioned Peter Hyams. I mentioned, I forgot who the hell else I mentioned. Tony Scott would be in the top 10. Tony Scott. I can't remember who else I mentioned. I like Walter Hill. I don't know if he'd be in my top 10, though. Mudvayne, haven't listened to them. Favorite scene, Rambo 3, him blowing up a helicopter with a C4 arrow. Camman, you know my thoughts on Alien 3. If not, just go on my channel. You'll find it. Tokyo Ghoul, don't know what that is. The Penguin TV show, haven't been following it. Know nothing about it. Scorsese, I like Scorsese. I don't know. I mean, I'm more into my action's my favorite genre, so that's the what I point towards the more for directors. Kubrick would probably have to be in the top 10 though for me, just in terms of talent. Stanley Kubrick. Worst DCU film, all of them. Um, Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'll say that's the worst. Catch Me If You Can, didn't watch it. Don't care about Shrek 5. Richard Donner, rest in peace, good director. The worst Lex Luthor, the Batman v Superman. I already forgot his damn name in that movie. Jesse Eisenberg. I'll say that's the worst. Sam, I would say Man of Steel is worse. John Hughes is a good choice. Cam and like I said for the second time, I only do paid requests, man. All right, I've already said that. Joker 2, don't like that it's a musical. It's a musical. I'm not interested. Thank you, Dabian. Take care, man. Austin Armstrong. Never heard of that. Don't know anything about it. Thomas Crown Affair. I never saw it. Pearl. I didn't see it. Devour 2006. I don't think I ever saw it. I don't think so. Sonic Hedgehog 3. I don't really care at this point. If it's going to be the same bit of business where there's too many humans and too many human stuff and too many humans messing around, and if they're not going to learn their lesson, then I'm kind of tired of being easygoing on it. And I liked the first two, but if you're not going to learn your lesson, then it's time to start being more critical of these movies. I like the first two, but again, shape up or ship out. Love Potion number 9, never saw it. Astron Belt, never played it. MTB Productions and Wolfram number 1, hello there. Wrongfully Accused. I haven't seen that film in years. Yeah, I already know about the 4K graveyard shift. I'm fine with the Blu-ray. I don't need every film in 4K. Do you think Jim Carrey will retire? No, because he said he'd retire after Sonic 2. And yes, those are ducks outside. Well, at least if I'm tapped by ducks, that'd be better than bees. So maybe I'll welcome that. At least that'd be, as I'm getting bit, I can laugh. Be better than locusts or bees or whatever. Yeah. Clifford the Big Red Dog live action? No, I didn't see it. Favorite Jim Carrey film? Ace Ventura: Pet Detective. Official Vaughn, hello there. Austin, I enjoy Beetlejuice more. Worst Jim Carrey film? Dumb and Dumber 2. Callum Lynch, hello there. Hope you're doing well. It's the penguin out there. That's what it is. The Princess of Darkness, hello there. Are you a natural princess? Are you a female? It doesn't matter. That could be one of those weirdos. Oh my god, I got a girl in the stream. Now can I see your tits? Can you send me a panty shot? You see, that's what happens a lot when people like, wow, they meet someone and it's like, wow, a female subscriber or a female fan and it's like, can I see your titties now? Can I get a panty shot? It's like, hello was the first question or comment, and how are you doing may be the first question, and do you like movies? And have you heard of this movie called Hellboy coming out? Or have you heard of this horror film coming out? But that's just me being silly, I guess. Fuck Alien Romulus. Favorite vampire film for me is From Dusk Till Dawn and Fright Night. The Grinch. Hey, Radio Snake Invasion. The Grinch. I'm not big on. One Jim Carrey's worse though. No problem, Rapper Kirby. I did get your request. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Uh, yeah, Ultimate Warrior did play a villain in the '90s in a Gary Daniels film. I think it was like Firepower. I think Ultimate Warrior kills Gary Daniels in that movie. Yeah, I think it was called Firepower or something like that. Have I played Aliens versus Predator? Which one? There's a bunch of versions of the game. To be fair, I haven't played any of them, so yeah. Princess of Darkness hasn't commented since. I hope if it is a lady, I hope she knew that was a joke. Okay, Idiocracy. Uh, I like the movie. It's a documentary. Hello, Alice Movie Collector. Godzilla fan for life. Thank you for that. Lance Henriksen, Peter Cullen. No, I don't think they sound the same. No. WWE games. I played Royal Rumble for Super Nintendo back in the day. My favorite Bruce Exploitation film is Enter the Game of Death. The worst one I saw was that one called The Super Game that I reviewed. But again, my favorite has been Enter the Game of Death, which I think is a fun one. Deadpool and Wolverine, if it's a paid request, I'll see it. Oh, okay. Rob Zombie, Chip for okay. So in other words, no, okay, gotcha. Yep, bro, I got the request, man. I got it written down. Thank you. Favorite Bruce Lee movie, of the five he did, Enter the Dragon. Remo Williams would have been a fun franchise, yes. Incubus Wish, don't know that song. Favorite Michael Mann film, Heat. I remember liking Legends of Zelda: Link to the Past. I haven't played it in ages, though. I haven't played in like 20 years, but I remember liking it. I liked it a lot more than Ocarina of Time. Without a Clue, didn't see. James Cameron wanted Lance Henriksen. Yeah, he also wanted O.J. Simpson. And they told O.J. Simpson no because they said no one would buy him as a killer. How ironic is that? Love Collateral. I saw it in the theater. Did not know anything about it. Saw it blind. Had a great time. Top Gun 3. Don't care. Black Belt Jones. I haven't seen Black Belt Jones, but cool. Manhunter is a good film. Saturday Night. I might have heard it, but I don't recognize it. This is pre-recorded. Okay. I must be psychic then, because I read your comment. If this is pre-recorded, I must be psychic. I knew you were going to type it at that time. OJ thing was all false rumor. So she says. Maybe she just says that just to people to stop asking her about OJ. Jonathan Mills, I don't give a fuck what you like or don't like. Good for you. Good. Yeah, it's like, hey, I like this movie. Yeah, and what do you want me to do about it? Do you want a cookie? Like, do you want an A on your report card? Do you want some Fid Newtons? Like, okay, cool story, bro. Favorite Tony Scott film, Last Boy Scout, or Beverly Hills Cop 2? Favorite Jason Statham film, Crank and Crank 2. Black Belt Jones. Oh, cool. Yeah, I haven't seen the film. Give the man a chip. Yeah, chocolate chip or cookie. Yeah, maybe an Oreo. Uh, sure, Premiere. I would not have minded if the fight was longer in that film. Sure, I would not have minded it. Radio State Invasion. Take care. Cookies, cookies everywhere. Okay, Alice Movie Collector, you asked what are my thoughts on elves, but then you answered the question. You said it's really lame. I saw your video review. You asked what are your thoughts on this film, but by the way, I know you said it's lame and yeah, it's a bad film. So Was that a question? What do you think about this film? By the way, I'm going to tell you what you thought about this film. I like The Truman Show. Rapper Kirby 3K. Sorry, I said 3D. 3D people walk in a bar. They say bend over. I say goodbye. Rapper Kirby 3K is saying, "What's the worst documentary?" So, I don't know. I probably can't remember the worst documentary I saw. What was that one that came out years ago where the guy said he was a time traveler from the future and uh, people said it was real? And I'm like, this is stupid and BS, but people got mad at me thinking that it was real. I'm like, what the hell are you guys talking about? If you believe this is real, you're fucking idiots. But people believe a lot of dumb shit. Let me see if I can remember what the hell it was called. And the reason I put in that category because people were like, "This is a real documentary, you know." I'm like, really? Confessions of a Time Traveler, The Man from 3036. There you go. Confessions of a Time Traveler, The Man from 3036. Again, if you think that's a real documentary, then here's a bridge you can buy. My favorite documentary, that's tough. The Death and Return of Superman Lives, about the Superman movie by Tim Burton that was never made. That's a very well done documentary. One about the homeless, Dark Days. That's a very good documentary. Very uplifting at the end, too. Just about these homeless people that live in the tunnels. So they live this subterranean world. And by the end, they get evicted, but lo and behold, one time they get help. And then they're able to fix and turn their life around. So Dark Days, that's a good one. Favorite God of War game? I like all three. That's tough. God of War 3, you fight Kevin Sorbo playing Hercules, so that's a plus. Maybe between God of War 2 or 3. I don't know. I really like the first one as well. I don't know. It's tough. The Boyfriend School, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. YK, hello there. Worst Ghostbusters movie, 2016. The 2016 one. I've heard of Blackfish about SeaWorld. I did hear about that one. I never saw it though, but I did hear about it. I don't remember what films came out 2023. Ali, hello there. What would you say to someone who thought Halloween Ends is better than Halloween 2, that Evil Dead Rise is better than the original? Like, what answer could I give? If I gave a dickhead answer, then people will think I'm a dickhead. And I, who cares if they like it better? Doesn't mean you have to. I don't agree with them one iota, one bit, but it's like, whatever. Cool, you like them better. Explain. If you don't want to explain, then I give a shit what you like. You know, maybe that could be your answer. You say, "What do I tell them?" I don't give a fuck what you like. That could be your answer. I don't give a shit because I like what I like. So I would say that'd be the answer to give. Never seen Everwood. I haven't seen WWF promos in a long time. Thank you to Thanks, Tadira. In a way, The Incredible Hulk could work as a sequel to Hulk 2000. I think you mean 2003. Would Abomination or the Absorbing Man, aka the Father? Well, yeah, they kind of try to make it a sequel in the well, I guess not really. Well, they kind of did because at the end of the 2003 film, he's in the jungle, and then when we first see Edward Norton, he's in the jungle. But then when they show a flashback, the experiment, they they change it to more of the TV show. So like it kind of begins where the last film ended, but then not really. So it's like, well, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I would have liked to have seen a sequel to that film because I liked the 2003 one, but I don't hate the 2008 film for what it is. Is Supergirl better than Black Widow? Yes, in my opinion. It's just a way out there hot take. Well, yeah, I mean, but it's the internet. You will find those everywhere. Hot take reviews. I've done them. So who am I to talk? I've done them. But you can only say your opinion. What else can you do? Hey there, Josh Pritt. Thank you, Quentin Poss. Teach their own. Josh Save the Girl. I don't even remember what the hell. Oh, why don't you, Josh, save the girl? I don't know what Dear Blow is talking about. Real Kingpin, thank you. I'm glad you liked the review. Who Killed WCW documentary? No, I haven't been watching it. Thank you, Rapper Kirby 3K. Thank you for the kind words. Favorite non-Ghostbusters Ivan Reitman movie? Evolution. Always liked Evolution. Favorite G.I. Joe movie? The 80s one with Sergeant Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter for the win. Never played the 2003 Hulk game. It's probably on that modded PS3 system, but I never played it. Supergirl better than Wonder Woman? I think it is. I don't give a fuck if people call me a prude. Call them to suck my ass. Get fucked. How about that? That's what I would say. Get fucked and suck a gold-plated dick. Favorite candy, Skittles. Uh, fuck Spaceballs too. I think you're asking between Abomination and the Absorbing Man. Um, I don't know. I guess Absorbing Man. One Absorbing Man just absorb whatever it shoots out and bring it back tenfold. I mean, I don't know much about the comics. I only know little bits of them in the movies, so I just have to go with Absorbing Man for now. No problem, Joe. Have a good night. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you, Joe. Have a good night, man. Jesse, I would choose Starburst. Spartacus Blood and Sand, never saw it. Down and Out in Beverly Hills, I never saw. Spaceballs 2, fuck it. I don't know my top five favorite Pixar films. I don't know. I just know my favorite is Wall-E. I like Finding Nemo. That'd be in top five. Twilight of the Dead. I don't really care if he sees the light of day. Take care, Josh. Favorite pre-60s tuber film? I don't have a favorite pre-60s because the ones I liked are 2001: Space Odyssey, Doctor Strangelove, The Shining, Full Metal Jacket. Jesse Emilio Estevez just because he did Maximum Overdrive. So that's a win for me. My favorite werewolf film is Dog Soldiers. Salem was Fire. To be honest, the more I think about it, I've probably only seen bits and pieces. I remember the song more because I like the song. But I've only seen bits and pieces of that movie the more I think about it. Just I heard about it, so I thought I'd seen the film, but no, to be honest, I never really sat down and watched it. So is Basic Instinct the best sex movie ever? No. Because that's telling you if you're screwing the wrong woman, you're gonna die from an ice pick. Just saying. Hello there, Alan Stanley. Yeah, I don't care about Queens of the Dead. Don't be a PC bullshit. The title tells you it's going to be a PC fest. I mean, the title tells you Queens of the Dead. The Damned, I didn't see it. Sliver, I didn't see it. Falling Down, love Falling Down. Hoffa, I didn't see Dan DeVille's Hoffa. The Irishman was way too long, I'll say that. I much prefer Goodfellas and Casino, which were long, but they felt better paced. Haven't seen Uncle Bill's video on the diver. See, maybe I'll watch it tonight. Cam and if you're wondering if I reviewed something, just feel free to go to the channel and type up the in the search on the channel. I don't. I probably have reviewed that one. Wise Guys, I've seen. I couldn't get into it. Love the Blair Witch 99. Hate the 2016 one. Nope, never. Haven't met any actors in real life. Don't really care to. Samuel, I would choose Boys in the Hood. Kingslayer, fuck both those movies. Don't give a shit. Fuck both. Fucking garbage movies. Give a fuck. If I gave a fuck, I would give a fuck, but I don't give a fuck. Fairlew Down Phillips movie, mine would be The First Power as well, Jesse. Hey there, Drew Reviews. Favorite 80s Western besides Young Guns? besides Young Guns. I don't remember all the. I don't know what other 80s westerns there were. Well, fine, fuck John Landis. Give a fuck about John Landis. He's a piece of shit. See, I'm not big on Pale Rider because I much prefer High Plains Drifter. Lone Wolf McQuade, but I don't think that's really that's not a western. That's the thing. Westerns were not as big in the 80s as other decades. I mean, there's either films I haven't seen, or there's films like Heaven's Gate that was a huge bomb. The Long Riders was there. I wasn't big on it. Pale Rider, I just prefer High Plains Drifter much more. My favorite Marvel film, like of a Marvel character, is Dolph Lundgren's The Punisher. I like Saving Silverman. I saw it in the theater. That was fun. I think it's actually one of the better Jack Black movies. I think it's an entertaining movie. I like Saving Silverman. Fuck John Landis. He killed those people with a helicopter. Dude, he's a fucking. He was coked up and didn't know what the fuck he was doing. He was coked up. He didn't follow safety protocols. He just let the didn't pay enough attention. So the guys doing the explosives and the guy in the flying helicopter was too close, and the explosives they used too much. So the helicopter shaking, cut some fucking kids' heads off. Just John Landis was coked out of his mind, didn't know what the fuck he was doing, and said, "I need bigger explosion," without realizing you got little kids that are not supposed to be there because of the time. It was past their time to be on there. It should have been stunt people. I mean, granted, the stunt people would have been killed as well, so it would not have been better. But it would not have been kids. So, and fuck John Landis. Oh, sorry, I missed this. Thank you, Todera. I appreciate it, man. What a Rocky Balboa show up in the Rocky Horror Picture Show and said, "I'm the real Rocky," and punches the other Rocky in the face. That would have made that a better film for me. I would have liked that. Then I'd just pop in Rocky 1, 2, 3, or 4, or Balboa. So yeah, I would actually like that. Punch Frankenfurter right in the face. The first half of Rocky Horror Picture Show is not bad, but there's a reason why nobody ever talks about the second half, because the second half sucks. Anything you remember, anything that people talk about with the Rocky Horror Picture Show is stuff that happens in the first half. The song numbers, the all that stuff. So, uh, James, I would choose the first Predator. All-time favorite horror film? I mean, Jared Carpenter's The Thing is great. George Romero's Dawn of the Dead is great. The Blob remake is a favorite of mine. It's not a horror film, but Aliens. Drew, I would choose Men of War. Definitely. Easily Men of War. General, I can't remember if I reviewed those films. With Sally Jesse, a lot of people sadly go through that with stunt work. I mean, it's Sally part of the job, danger's part of the job. Striptease is a better movie than Showgirls. Masters of the Universe of Dolph Lundgren. Sad thing is they had no budget, so it was shot on Earth. I mean, it takes place on Earth, and a bunch of like whatever they could afford. I mean, people see a He-Man movie, they want to experience the fantasy He-Man, Eternia, Castle Grayskull, and you don't really get much of that because Canon Films didn't have the budget. My favorite James Bond is GoldenEye. Scream Bloody Murder, never seen it. Yeah, Alec Baldwin. I don't know anything about what's going on with that. The trial, but it's not a trial. I don't know anything. And what was it that was flipping on my phone? Gwyneth Paltrow hit someone with her skis or something? Ski accident? Did she fall into somebody? Did she hit somebody with her skis? Something like that with Gwyneth Paltrow. I don't know. And the album, I don't know what's going on with that. Like I said, the past week, I haven't followed anything. It's just been requests, real life stuff, requests, real life stuff. That's it. So, get some water. Fairleigh Van Cleef film, Steve from New York. Roger Corman film that he directed or he produced, because he produced like 1,000 movies. Are you talking about one he directed? Because I can't remember much of the ones he actually directed. I just remember the tons that he produced. I mean, the only one I remember him directing was Death Race 2000, which I liked. With an early role from Sylvester Stallone. Well, I find it funny that Stream Factory are releasing the same titles over and over again, but they did not do that for uh, Graveyard Shift. How much of the Frank Dutch story of Bloodsport do you believe is real? None of it. Here's the thing. Frank Dutch is a flat out liar. I remember this story. The guy who helped write Bloodsport, he went on to direct Double Impact and Lionheart with Jean-Claude Van Damme. He told a story where he went to Frank Dutz's parents' house, and Frank Dutz's parents had a picture of Frank Dutz in military uniform with all these medals, including the Medal of Honor. He never won the Medal of Honor. That was a picture taken for stuff when Sheldon Lettich was doing this little war film, which Frank Dutch was in. I think it's on Viking Samurai's channel. And like doing other stuff of that nature. So this guy lied about winning the Medal of Honor, which is why a lot of real military people want to beat the shit out of him. If you're willing to lie that you got the Medal of Honor, which has never been on record, what else can you lie about? Uh, what was it that he said in an interview? He could catch a bullet or deflect a bullet, something like that. Like he could like deflect a bullet or dodge bullet. Maybe it was dodge. He could like dodge a bullet. You're not fucking Neo, man. So I mean, you can't make claims like that and then have nothing to back it up. Also, here's another question. This tournament was supposed to be secretive, right? If this tournament's supposed to be secretive, why are they giving you a fucking award that you could put on a mantle for people to see? There's this secret tournament we don't want you to know you about. Like, here's a medal. I mean, here's a trophy. Here's a trophy. If it's so goddamn secretive, why you give me a fucking trophy that I won the thing? Does that make sense to anybody? Why are you getting a trophy for winning a secret tournament? I'm sure there were tournaments, but his records, like, try to tally up all the records he did and how much time you would have to fight to beat all those people. Give me a break. Well, thank you, Tadira. At least put $3 in the water. CGI would be better than putting people in danger. Yeah, that's true. I mean, CGI looks bad, but you just, yeah, accidents will always happen, Sally, but you got to plan it better. You got to have people who know what they're doing. You got to have experts. You got to be more prepared. You have to learn, or you're never going to get better. Learn, teach, study, not have a fucking gun and just pointing at people and click without checking everything triple, quadruple times. Like immediately before you shoot, stop, check the bullet, blah blah blah, check that, check the gun, blah blah blah. Okay, it's in your hand. You shoot not the person, but like here or to the side here. Action. That's what you were supposed to do. It's not like we haven't been making films with people shooting guns for decades. Getting close to, I mean, if you think about it, close to 100 years, we've been able to do that. Well, Dens, this was the Twilight Zone, the movie. They didn't have CGI like that in 1983. This is 1983 we're talking about, so they didn't have CG like today. How about just shoot the helicopter, have them go by, and then shoot the people in the water and have fans make it look like a helicopter's there? You don't need the people and the helicopter in the same frame, especially now with explosions. If you want the helicopter in the same frame of the people, don't fire up explosions at the same time. Get the people out, then you have the explosions. And yeah, with editing, it's called editing. But John Landis, he was on the street with Animal House and the Blues Brothers, and you see all the stunt work in the Blues Brothers, and no one died on the Blues Brothers, and you see all those crazy car crashes. So he thought he could do whatever, and it was invincible. Maybe he was invincible, but sadly the other people were not. There's plentiful ways you could do it. Yeah, composite. And Dawn of the Dead. That wasn't CG. That was they didn't have a blade, and then they put it in that. Yeah, after yeah. I mean, yeah, that wasn't CGI, but like you said, compositing exactly. There's plenty ways to do it. There were plenty ways to do it, but you had people who thought they were untouchable rushing in, cocky, thinking everything was perfectly fine because nothing bad had happened yet. And that's what happens. You don't pay attention. You don't take the caution. The kids were not even supposed to be there. All that stuff. So, uh, no, I've heard of the movie Fitzcarraldo. I don't remember the details. John Landis is a complete idiot. He is. And I forget the details, but the way he acted during the trial and the funeral for those people, and I don't remember the details, but I remember hearing about it and hearing what he said and just going, "You are a fucking bitch." Not taking too much blame or which films would you like to see get the 4K treatment? I just want films that are not even on Blu-ray yet. That's what I'm more interested in. Murder by Phone with Richard Chamberlain, Three Men and a Baby, Stakeout with Richard Dreyfuss, then Three Men and a Baby with Tom Selleck. Those are films that I'm more, yeah, Gleam in the Cube, Christian Slater. There's a lot of films that don't even have a Blu-ray. That's what I'm more worried about. Some of these films are stuck on VHS tape. So there you go. And you look at some of these other like releases, like you're releasing that movie, but then these films are stuck on VHS, and you're like, the fuck? Okay, Alistair Desmond just naming random movies. My favorite comedy is the Golden Child. Drone shots. I mean, Terminator and Halloween didn't really need drone shots. I think they worked well for what they had. I don't think you needed drone shots for them. That's just me, though. I barely remember I Love the 80s. I remember seeing it, but I haven't seen it in like a decade. The New Age, I don't think I saw that. Well, lost media, the thing is, people rip them and put them on the internet. And if they're on the internet, if you circulate them enough, they could be on forever. And really, that's what people will have to do nowadays. But it's just that you want better copies of these films. So yeah, if I'm being honest, like Three Men and a Baby, Staked Out, you can find HD versions of them online, and if you on the correct right websites, you can watch them there. But there's other films like Murder by Phone that were only stuck on VHS and have this poor quality. That Night of the Juggler, underrated film with James Brolin, that probably will never get fixed and get cleaned up, which is too bad. No, I don't. No, Tremors 3 don't need a 4K. I don't think it's that good of a movie. The first two I love. Tremors 3 is like okay as a time waster, but I wouldn't even care to have that on Blu-ray, let alone 4K. Like it's a barely, I don't know. It's like okay. I don't hate it, but I think it's forgettable. That's when the series started to go downhill was Tremors 3. So no. You don't need a 4K of Tremors 3. Like put a 4K of Jacob's Ladder, the 1990 film. Or give me a 4K of that. Give me a 4K of what was it? I had it. A lot of other movies. I'm trying to think of horror movies. Keep going back to Jacob's Ladder in 1990. Like, give me a 4K of that before Tremors 3. Shakedown, it's okay. It has a lot of issues. It's only okay. Has some decent stunt work. The problem is that it's billed like a buddy cop film, but they're not really buddies, and they don't really get together till like feels like 2/3 of the movie. And I felt like Sam Elliott should have had a lot more to do in that film. That's just me. But that's the thing. You look at the market of Shakedown, it makes it seem again, it's a buddy cop film. Well, one's not a cop, one's a lawyer. But again, they don't even get together. See, there's good stunts, two good actors, but I don't know. It's okay. I don't think it's great. I mean, it's okay. I do think it has its issues, though. Never saw Lost. Yeah, the roller coaster, that's a good stunt work. It's a good scene. Same with, was there Sam riding the motorcycle and then Peter Weller on the back. But this is like, if you watch the trailer, you've seen the movie. It's one of those films. If you've seen the trailer, you've seen all the best parts of the movie. But that's cool. Roku channel. I just have them on Blu-ray, so I just watch them on Blu-ray. Well, I mean, didn't they do a Blu-ray of The Vagrant? Sam Crow? Troop Beverly Hills, haven't seen it. Favorite creature special effects company? I don't know. I don't know what my favorite would be. I mean, creatures. I don't know what other creature special effects companies were, so I guess I'll say Stan Winston. Yeah, for Aliens and Predator Two and so forth. But the effects in the John Carpenter's The Thing, those guys, and KMB. Yeah, I mentioned KMB, Kurtzman, Nicotero, and Birder. I think I reviewed Axum on the channel. Yeah, I think I did review Axum. So yeah, I've seen it. I don't know if it's still up, but I know I reviewed it at one point. Goodbye Girl, never seen it. The FBI, never seen it. Ty, hello there. Love Predator 1 and 2. Love both of them. Yeah, Jim Henson's shop. Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, among others. Sorry, just doing something real quick. All right. Sorry, I just had to look at something. What happened to? Okay, Jamro, I don't think your question got finished. Swede, hello there. Favorite movie monster? The Alien Queen is one of them from Aliens. Best superhero movie? I'll say Superman the movie. Well, I mean, I don't know what signifies as ghetto horror. I don't know, People Under the Stairs, maybe? I don't know. Jamro, it's deleted. It's gone. My favorite Eddie Murphy film is The Golden Child. Ideas Tales from the Hood counts, yeah. Horror film that takes place in a submarine, yeah. Below. It's a ghost story movie from the same guy that directed Pitch Black. So yeah, Below. Below, that is. Which I liked. I thought that was pretty good. Below. I like both Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2. Breakdance the movie, never seen it. Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat here. Favorite Tom Cruise film? Edge of Tomorrow. Jammerall, only if it's a paid request. Cody Leach, I mean, I react to some of his stuff. Some stuff I agree, some stuff I don't. I don't really have any other opinions than that. I don't know what's ghetto about Darkman. Favorite underrated anthology horror? I don't know, maybe Cat's Eye. Best Bruce Willis film? Die Hard for me. Yeah, Bones sucks. John Carter didn't care for the film. Yeah, I guess Candyman would. Yeah, I would just say People Under the Stairs. Alexander, never seen you on here before. Why would I do that list? For what? I mean, I didn't get any paid requests for it, so now I'm not going to do that list. But I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I like Tales from the Hood. Ghosts of Mars. So Mars is in the ghetto horror. Like people keep saying Ghosts of Mars. I'm like, is Mars in the ghetto and I don't know about it? No, I mean Alexander. I haven't gotten any requests to do that kind of list. I'm only do paid requests. The Untouchables, good movie. Well, okay, yeah, I guess Total Recall. It did. It was a bit of a ghetto. Okay, maybe I could see that. The worst movie you've ever reviewed? I don't know. There's like 10 movies that could fit that profile. Whether it be a serving film or Audrey's Underground Mortem or Feeders 2 or Things, all sorts of stuff. There's a lot that could fit that profile. But yeah, Alexandra, I do paid requests, so I mean, I guess Sigourney Weaver Aliens would be number one. Yeah, I don't mind his character in H2O, Preminator. Favorite cartoon, 2003 Ninja Turtles cartoon. You know what? I already forgot what the name of that Giuseppe Andrews film. I already forgot what it was called because it was that bad. Um, where was it? In Our Garden. But I mean, since people ask me about this stuff, I'll just do this. I'll put the link in the chat. Just go to that, and that's my ranking of like so far the 100 worst films I've seen. Never been to a live wrestling event, so I couldn't tell you. 2003 TMNT is my favorite cartoon. Skyscraper and Nicole Smith, pretty bad. One of PM Entertainment's worst films. Bow Beyond the Stars, it's okay for what it is, but it's not a film I rewatch much, to be honest. Well, thank you, Gemroll. Appreciate it. 2017 and T. There's stuff I like, but there's a lot of stuff I'm bothered by with that film. So I go back and forth on it. So I guess ultimately it's a mixed bag for me. I go back and forth on it. I would say I hate it, but then I'd rather rewatch anything 10 times over Seth Rogen's movie. So yeah, Rope, Alfred Hitchcock. I remember liking the film. I like the gimmick, like these 10-minute placements to trying to make it look like the film was shot all in one go, trying to be shot in real time, but using these 10 or so minute increments to link them together. My favorite soundtrack, Rocky 4. Ooh. I don't have a favorite Hitchcock comedy. Who said Rocky Four was bad? I love Rocky Four. I said it was my favorite soundtrack. Who said Rocky Four was bad? No, I've never seen The Detective. Favorite Leatherface? Gunnar Hansen, the original. Oh, cool. Okay, sweet. Okay, cool. I didn't know. Samuel, I would choose Die Hard. Yeah, I like Die Hard 4. Yeah, I think it's a bit underrated. I agree. Alexander, what's bad about the writing? How's that bad writing? That makes zero sense what you're typing. Dangler being the predator is bad writing. How is that? Your comment doesn't make any sense. How is it bad writing? I mean, my favorite Rambo soundtrack is the second film. Although the first is really good too. Mm. Sorry, I just looked at the chat here. Wondering why I'm staring blankly. Rocky Four soundtrack. Supposedly the critics that say Rocky Four is bad. Can't go on with the first movie. I should know my Rocky Five. Grew up with the four movies and the soundtrack. Thank you, Todera. What if you turn the sky into a gigantic TV screen like people waiting for meteors and you put on a hard tar and everybody's watching the movie? Um, okay, sure, why not? Granted, I mean, I'd rather just watch it on my TV and people to just watch it on their TVs, but yeah, I mean, compared to meteors, yeah, hard tartar would be the better deal. Yeah, it'd be the better. Why not? Cam and I like both movies. I don't know. I like Joker and Falling Down. Well, the Michael Myers Pinhead Halloween Hellraiser movie, the initial idea was John Carpenter was going to direct it and Clive Barker was going to write it. That's what have that would have interested me. The premise itself, I don't know. John Carpenter directing a Clive Barker script, that's what would have intrigued me, and that I would have been interested in. So for that, I would be intrigued. I'm sorry, I keep yawning, trying to cover my mouth so I'm not showing my tonsils. Well, not back of my throat. Yeah, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. My favorite film never made. I mean, Isobar, which I talked about in the five films I wish were made, video that I uploaded a few days ago. Fabio, not that I know of, with Fabio and Dead Pit. No, not that I know of. Mountain Dew, you mean Code Red? Yeah, I've had Mountain Dew Code Red. I like Code Red. I don't know what my favorite James Bond song would be. Maybe Nobody Does It Better. Well, Alexander, that's not bad writing. Number one, Danny Glover had more of the home field advantage of being in the city. He is a police officer, so he could use more of the weapons that were thrust upon him that he had. Use a bit of tactics, a bit of know-how. So only a soldier can beat a predator. I think that's a bit limited. That only a soldier can be predator. That kind of seems limiting. Sweet, I don't even know what you're talking about. The Euros, Ronaldo, I have no idea what you're talking about. Sammy, I would choose Predator 2. I don't drink energy drinks. Soccer, okay, well, I don't follow soccer. So I wouldn't know anything about it. Again, sorry, don't follow soccer. Don't follow it. Yeah, the 80-pound girl beat a predator and prey, and no one was complaining about that. Why do I wear a German soccer shirt? Because a fan gave it to me. I mean, I know you're new, but the fact to explain that like 8 times now, I'm like, a fan gave it to me. Is that okay? It's like the person bitching about I have a Funko Pop because a fan gave it to me. Yes, a fan gave me this. That's why I have it there. Yes, a fan gave me. I actually give a shit when people give me gifts because I appreciate it. I don't just throw it in a fucking box and put it on eBay or some shit like some people do. I know you're new, Cam, man, so it's nothing against you. It's just yeah, actually when people send me gifts, I actually appreciate it and think it's really humbling. Not fucking throw in a fucking closet and never seen again. Just saying. Prime, no, never tried Prime. Nope. No, never tried it. Uh did that guy ever send you that PS5? No. I didn't expect it though. So I wasn't really mad or surprised. I didn't think that was going to happen anyway, because you know how expensive PS5s are? If you don't buy, why would you send it to someone like me? Like, so no, I didn't expect it to happen. It did not happen. Uh, I think the guy maybe he means well, but he also said also subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. So it's like whatever, not a big deal, honestly. You not get anything from Criterion, Barnes and Noble, 50% sale? No, I don't need anything from Criterion. Anime, uh, I've seen some anime, but I don't search out for it. Nelson Studio, I don't know who the fuck that is, and I don't give a shit. I'm sure no one's fucking heard of him. Gives a fuck who that guy is. Tell him, I don't know. Don't tell him anything. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Do not give a fuck. Eyes of Lower Mars, if I've seen it, I don't remember much about it. I think I have seen it, but it wasn't that memorable of a film to me. Uh, I mean, I don't know what the. I mean, Kino Lorber has a 4K of hard target. I guess you could get that because it does have some features. Um, None of them. I mean, I think there's one overseas that has a work print, but I don't know which one it was. What game would I play on a PS5? Well, I'm never going to get one because it's too expensive. But I mean, I would like to play the RoboCop game and Dead Space remake, but it's too expensive. I would never get one. So, hey there, Rich. It could be a lot better, but it is what it is. Yeah, I already mentioned before, but you know, yeah, we had Africanized killer bees. My mom got stung up quite a bit. She's now fairly sick. It's probably gonna take like another week for her to get better at least. So doing stuff around, trying to help her out, and then when I have free time, I'm doing the requests and just going back and forth. Just it's a lot of stuff. Been a long week, so it is what it is. To watch Death Battle, no. Did you hear Best Defense with Eddie Murphy? Yeah, I don't care. It's a shitty movie. Europa Report, wasn't a fan of it. Thanks, Rich. I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. So, hey, Scratch Burnham. I would stay on for a bit longer, but literally it's about 9 p.m. here and there's stuff I have to do. Granted, it would take about 10 minutes, but I doubt. I think it'd be weird to just leave this running for 10 minutes of you looking at a screen, like the background, while I get stuff done. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know if the chat really wants to be here for like 10 minutes for me just needing to get stuff down before it gets nighttime, but I'll probably just end it here. So yeah, you guys have a good night. Take care. That means about 2 hours. And yeah, we'll see you guys later. Thank you for the kind words from people out there. And take care for now. See you guys later. Appreciate it. Bye bye.